A very good morning to all of you, class. 8C, welcome to the biology class. Hope you all are fine, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now, in the last class, children, we talked about the metamorphosis taking place in case of a frog. Yes, and we talked about the transformation, the immediate stage transformation takes place, and all that. Then we also talked about some hormones that help in this process. Now, from today onwards, we'll be talking about a new topic, and that is asexual reproduction. We have finished about the sexual reproduction in animals and human beings. Today, we are going to start with the asexual reproduction process. So, asexual reproduction, children, as the term itself indicates, that two sexes are not allowed. That is the not required. That is the males and the females. Here, the reproduction takes place from any one parent. Yes, from the single parent, and that is why we see that this type of reproduction generally takes place in when we talk about the animals. Generally we see that this type of reproduction takes place in the lower animals. Yes, now in your class 7th, if you remember, you must have studied about the asexual reproduction in plants. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, where you have studied about what type of processes. Vegetative
Ma'am,
propagation. Yes.
budding, ma'am, spore
Ma'am,
formation.
fragmentation. Ma'am,
Yes,
fragmentation.
of course. So the same way, now today in detail we will be actually talking about the reproduction, that asexual reproduction taking place in animals. So let's read about it. When an organism produces more individuals of its own type without the involvement of the gametes and their fusion. That means the two sexes are not there. Two types of gametes are not produced. When two types of gametes are not produced, of course there is no logic of the fusion. So when this type of reproduction is taking place without the involvement of the male and the female, then we call it as a asexual reproduction. In the previous class, you've learned about the asexual ways of reproduction in plants, such as spore formation. Any example? Which plant or which group of plant generally? Spore in which the spores are formed?
Ma'am, bread
Fungus?
mold.
Yes?
Ma'am, bread mold.
Yes, that is the fungus. Then fragmentation. Anyone?
Hydra.
Yes?
Hydra.
Fragmentation in Spirogyra?
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Fragmentation, there is this, Spirogyra is a filamentous algae, and in that the fragmentation process take place. Then vegetative propagation. Now let's
Ma'am,
learn
resume.
about the two ways of asexual reproduction in animals. So here we have, and before I proceed, I would like to talk to the person who was saying Hydra. Who just answered Hydra?
Ma'am, me.
Tell your name, child.
Ansh Kalra.
Ansh.
Yes, ma'am.
Ansh, beta, Hydra is not a plant. First of all, Hydra is an animal. Okay, a lower animal. Fine. Okay. Now, we'll be talking about the binary fission and we'll be talking about the budding. So, budding, you can just, budding simply you can refer to as the bud formation. Yes, from the body part, bud-like structure appear and then they detach and they form a whole body system of their own. So, this is how the reproduction takes place. Fission, of course, when you see the breaking. Fusion, joining, fission, breaking. Fusion, we have just come across, we have studied about fusion of the male and the female gamete. That is the joining of the male or the meeting of the male and the female gamete. Yes. Here, fission means breaking. When one cell breaks, that is the fission. Binary, please understand it carefully. Binary, what does the word bi means? If I say bidirectional,
Ma'am, two.
two. Very good. So it's
Between
binary bifission or binary fission, that means breaking into two. And if I say multiple, multiple means
more than two.
Many.
many. So into many pieces, many parts, then it becomes multiple fission. And when it is binary fission, that means the cell is dividing into two. So this is just a gist of what we are going to study. Let's talk about it one by one. In amoeba, as we well know, amoeba is what type of organism?
Ma'am, single celled.
Single cell, yes, unicellular organism, and that is why we call it a lower animal. Fine. So in binary fission leads to the creation of new individuals. And amoeba simply splits into two equal halves in any plane during cell division. Binary fission is also seen in Leishmania, which causes Kala-Azar. That is another thing. Now just have a look in the diagram in the book on page number 116. Children, you can see this can be asked in the exam or in the test also, that only with the help of diagram show the asexual reproduction in amoeba. So it's very simple. Just you in the first case you can see the cell, simple cell, and that cell is containing the nucleus. Now as I have told you that for the formation of new cell, when we talked about the fusion, then also I said that the fusion of actually the nucleus is taking place. Both the nucleus has to combine together when it was sexual reproduction. Now here also you see that the nucleus, the role of the nucleus is very, very important. Now see, when the cell is there, and if supposing by accident, if the cell breaks into any part, supposing the cell breaks into 2 or 3 parts, but the only cell, the part you can say, supposing we say if it breaks into 3, and out of those 3, if only 2 contain the nucleus piece, the piece of the nucleus or the part of the nucleus accidentally may have gone in 2 but not in 1, then that third one is not going to develop into or it cannot form a new amoebic cell. It will remain like that, it will finish off because it is not having any nucleus. But the 2 which have received nucleus will of course they are going to form a new amoebic cell. So it's all about the nucleus. So you have the nucleus, then the blue part that you can see, that is the cytoplasm, very important part. As we have finished the cell, so we now know that the cell membrane or the cell, here it's an animal, so it's of course the cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus are very important part of the cell. So the nucleus divides, that means the nucleus divides into 2. It starts separating when they have to do this process of reproduction. It starts separating into 2 and you can clearly see 2 nucleus. Now automatically the cytoplasm also starts dividing. And when the cytoplasm starts dividing, then we see that the nucleus shifts. When the shifting takes place, it shifts into 2 halves, as you can see in the third case, that is the cytoplasm divide. And gradually we see in later stage that the 2 cells are formed, which are called daughter cells, or they are called the 2 daughter amoebae cell. Now here you don't say amoeba, you say amoebae. Fine. Just again see parent cell containing the cell wall, containing the cell membrane, the cytoplasm and the nucleus. In the second case, we see that the nucleus starts dividing, and the third we see that the cytoplasm also starts dividing, which results into the formation of the two new cells, which we call as the 2 daughter cells. Now this type of fission we also see in Leishmania and in Trypanosoma, which we have studied in when we were talking about microorganisms then, and paramecium also. Other single cell organisms such as malarial parasite, plasmodium divide into many daughter cells simultaneously by multiple fission. As I have just told you that when multiple cells are formed, then more than 2, then we call it as multiple fission, not as the binary fission. So what type of reproduction or what type method of reproduction takes place in amoeba, Leishmania?
Ma'am, binary fusion.
It is binary fission. And what type of reproduction, what method of reproduction takes place in paramecium and malarial parasite?
Ma'am, multiple fission.
That is multiple fission. Okay, fine. Now we move on to the next one, to the other one, and that is budding. Budding in case of Hydra, which is a lower animal. Organisms such as Hydra reproduce through the process of budding. In this process, a bud develops as an outgrowth. It develops as an outgrowth at one specific site of the organism. The bud develops into a tiny individual. When fully mature, it detaches from the parent new individual. Now we can very well observe it in the diagram. Just have a look at it. Hydra cell, the body of the hydra, a bud, and tentacles. Now these tentacles are the parts which help in protection, first thing. And the second thing, they help also, you can see this up at in the diagram, you can see some raised structure at the top. This you can resemble it with the mouth of an animal. From here it takes the food and all. So it is a simple bodied animal. In the second case, children, we see that the bud, it starts developing, and then when it is fully matured, it detaches. Now in the last case, the diagram that you see, that is the daughter hydra cell, this is the detached one which has got detached from the parent cell, and it is developed. It fixes at some base and it starts developing into a new organism. So this is the budding process which takes place in hydra. Now, coming back to this, just come back to the page number 115, children. Here there's an information which is very important. We have to do that also. This is animal cloning, an important topic which can be asked in the exam. Animal cloning is the process by which an entire organism is produced from a single cell. Can it be done anywhere, or does it need any specific place for this to be done? A simple question, just applies your general knowledge. For the cloning process, where can it be done? Okay, I'll give you a hint. Where do you do the experiments and all? This is an experiment.
Lab.
This is something unnatural.
Mom labs.
Yes?
Mom lab.
Lab.
Yes, you need special labs. These type of things where you are dealing with the life. Yes, like an operation cannot be performed on any table, on a teacher's table. It cannot be done. We can talk about it, but since we are not doctors, so we cannot operate. The same way we can talk about these methods, but when we talk about the practical method, these are done in labs, well equipped with the equipments which are required for the same. So, from a single cell taken from the parent organism, the new individual thus formed is identical to the original one. This means the cloned animal is exact replica, or the exact copy, you can say, a photocopy, in every way of its parent. It has the identical genes. Cloning happens quite frequently in nature. Asexual reproduction in certain organisms and the development of twins from a single celled fertilized egg are both instances of natural cloning. With the advancement of biological technique, it is now possible to artificially create the process of animal cloning. So, it has been done in animals, and some animals have been formed, they have been cloned. Have you heard about cloning?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.